Thanks, Doug. Thanks, everyone, for being here today. Obviously, a great honor and a privilege for me to be here as the head football coach at Northwestern. Seems like yesterday that I started it off the first year, and now 13 years later, time sure does fly. I appreciate what you all do for our game, for Northwestern, for the Big Ten Conference, and most especially for our players. You know, obviously the branding opportunities that they get and the stories and their personal stories and journeys that you tell about them and their families are ones that they'll live with for a lifetime. So we appreciate absolutely all that you do. I'd like to welcome Scott Frost to the Big Ten. Obviously, it's great to only have one coaching change. It's pretty rare to only have one, so it's great to only have one, and I want to welcome Scott and his family to the Big Ten Conference. Exciting times in Evanston. I'm so proud of our young men. We had another stellar academic year. We had a team GPA of a 3.2, which is our program's record. We obviously led the conference in academic All-Big Ten performers and distinguished scholars, and also led the nation in APR and in graduation success rates. We do not take that for granted. It's the young men that we recruit. It's the families that we recruit. It's great academic support, and we're absolutely incredibly proud of the job that our young men do. Obviously, it's been well documented about our new home, the Walter Athletic Center in Ryan Fieldhouse. We've been in there for roughly about 5.5 weeks now, and to see the improvement and the efficiency and the day-to-day opportunities for our guys as we're now fully integrated to our campus. We're not quite sure how great it's going to be yet this fall, because this summer has been absolutely spectacular. We're incredibly thankful and grateful for our great president, Morty Shapiro, our trustees, the best director of athletics, and Jim Phillips, and our amazing donor families. And we look forward to obviously making everyone proud that made that a reality. When I walked in here the first day, the first thing that jumped out to me, though, were the young men that played here and the coaches that coached here before us. And we stand upon their shoulders, and we're incredibly grateful for the opportunity to move into what's been documented as the best facility in college athletics. And now to have the longest winning streak in FBS football right now with 8, going into the opener, obviously is going to be a huge challenge against Purdue, and our 27 wins over the last 3 years is our program's best. And so a lot of positive momentum, obviously, in the classroom and on the field, and excited for next Wednesday when we get together and get the season started. A couple of thank yous, first and foremost, to Jerry Brown, our great retired assistant head football coach, was with us for 25 years. I wish him and Denise a great retirement and a ton of fun. And then Randy Bates, our great linebacker coach, has moved on to the opportunity to be the DC at Pitt. And so with those two guys departing us, we're very thankful to them and their families, but incredibly excited to add Jeff Jenick as our special teams coordinator. Jeff actually was my coach in my last college game. It's his third stop at Northwestern, and he'll coordinate our special teams. And then bringing Lou Ianni in to coach our running backs, who I had the privilege to coach, and was one of our GAs, along with Timmy McGargle, who will coach our linebackers, and who obviously I had the great privilege to recruit and coach, and then was one of our GAs. It's great to have, although what looks like change from the outside, great continuity, bringing back guys with fresh ideas, but those that have been a part of the Wildcat family in the past, and excited to have them be a part of our football family again. We've had a great summer. We've set numbers of records of personal bests in the weight room. Jay Hooten and his staff have done a terrific job. Look forward to hopefully taking that work that we've done now since January and kicking the season off the right way as we get going next Wednesday. So thank you again for all that you do. And with that, I'll open it up to some questions, please.
Questions, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic right over to you. We can start, Coach, right down here on our right toward the front with Paul Banks.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Paul.
Patty Fisher named to the preseason honors, so congratulations to him. What do you make of the narratives that have labeled him as a mini you or a baby Fitz?
Well, I don't think that's fair for him. He's a much better athlete. You know, I think Patty Fisher is an absolutely terrific football player. You know, you look at his body of work from just one season, I think it speaks for itself. You know, he's a big man. I mean, he's all of close to 245 pounds. He can run. He's obviously very physical. He's got a great football IQ, and that comes from his pedigree in high school. He's from one of the powerhouse programs in the country from Katy, Texas. And, you know, I'm just so proud of him in year one, and look forward to him to continue to grow and get better.
Coach will come right down here in front of us.
Hey, Coach. Ryan McNeil, Athletes Unfiltered. You mentioned the longest FBS winning streak right now. Tough first game against Purdue. Last year, you guys started 2-3. How big is it for you guys to take that momentum from last season, which is tough, right, and hit the ground running this year against Purdue?
Yeah, well, I knocked it out of my memory, Ryan, so let's not talk about the beginning of last year. No, but it was a tough start, 2 years in a row, frankly. And prior to that, we had won every opener and been very competitive, I think, early in the year. You know, you look at everything in the offseason, especially when you've been at a place as long as I have. You look at the way that you practice, you look at the way that you train. Did we give our guys enough rest? Did we feel like we were out of training camp going? I mean, there's all those things you overanalyze. But I think you hang your hat on your process and you really talk at length with your players. You heighten the awareness of what we need to do. And then obviously you have the challenge of the opener, of going on the road, playing an incredibly well-coached team. Coach Brom and his staff did an outstanding job last year. We already knew they were very talented at Purdue from the years that we played them in the past. But, you know, that glue kind of got all put together a year ago. And then to have that in the opener is going to be a huge challenge for us on the road. But with the challenge comes an opportunity. And I expect our guys to prepare properly in camp. And I don't really need to motivate them a whole lot. You know, I think we know what the task that's at hand. Yep.
The floor is open right now. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic right over to you. We'll take our next question here on the aisle as soon as we get the mic over to it.
Alex Welliver, Purdue exponent. What are your goals for the opener?
I'm sorry, pardon me, Alex?
Sorry, what are your goals for your opening game?
Well, our goal for the opening game, Alex, is to find a way to win. You know, I mean, it's I've been doing this long enough to keep it simple. You know, as I look at that challenge, like I said earlier, it's going to be huge. I mean, anytime you go on the road to play a conference opponent, regardless if it's September or November, it's a huge challenge. And we know what the task is at hand.
Next question will just be on the other side of the aisle, same row.
Josh Newman, Asbury Park Press. With sports betting now becoming legal in several states, and it's probably going to be legal in more states moving forward, is it important for college football programs to become more transparent with their injuries?
I think it's first and foremost important that we educate our guys in the understanding of the issues that surround gambling, and understand from a standpoint of what may end up happening to them in dorms, people asking them questions that maybe they've never been asked before, these new instant friends that they have as true freshmen, things of that nature. So the education piece is going to be really important. We have an injury report at Northwestern that we've done for a number of years. I've been accused of sometimes being honest and sometimes being less than honest. I would agree with that, quite frankly. But, if we move forward to where we have to have a fully transparent conference-wide or national one, I'd have no problem with that as long as we all adhere to it. And there needs to be accountability. And if there's not accountability to it, then I'll make sure I do whatever I have to do to protect our players first and foremost and protect our program second. In full disclosure of transparency.
Coach, our next question will be all the way on our left.
Hey, Mike DeFabo, CNHI. Pat, it seems every year at this event, people are talking about the East versus the West and kind of the power balance there about which side of the division is stronger. In your opinion, playing in the West, do you feel that the West is beginning to, catch up, or do you feel that there are things that have happened in the West, facilities or coaches that have reshaped the way that the West looks? Yeah,
Mike, it's a great question. I heard it asked earlier when I was in here eating my lunch. I think there's great competitive balance top to bottom in this league. As I look at where we're at in the West right now, I think there's incredibly well-coached football teams. As I mentioned about Ed and Scott this year, you look at the success he's had the last few years, unbelievable. And, Nebraska's always been a powerhouse, and they'll be back. I know that as a college football fan first. So, you look at everybody in our conference, I think we're as competitive as anywhere in the country. I mean, we've got a winning record in the last 3 years against the East, So we're doing our part. We just got to get to Indy to really do our part. So that's obviously the next task at hand.
Coach, same spot in the room.
Darren Zaslow, Medill News Service. Obviously, replacing Justin Jackson is no easy task. What have you seen from the running backs in the offseason and your expectations for them moving forward?
Well, you can't replace Justin Jackson. That's impossible. And I've been fortunate to be here at Northwestern now for a number of years where I've had a number of backs like Justin. I was just texting with Tyrell Sutton a couple of weeks ago. He's coming back to be one of our honorary captains. And I think when I was up here, I was asked about him. How are we going to replace Tyrell? You just don't. that footprint in the sand is so large. It's now somebody's opportunity. I think we saw a lot of Jeremy Larkin last year. I think his yards per carry might have been better than Saquon's, maybe a little smaller body of work, but just as explosive. I thought the bowl game was a really good showing by him 2 years ago. John Moten had a great campaign, battled through injuries, and then we've got more guys that, as we move through camp, I think we've got great competitive depth there, and I expect that room to be very competitive from a standpoint of not only who's going to start, but who's going to play, not only in the backfield, but a lot of different roles for our offense and for our football team in the kicking game.
Coach, our next question will be right down in front of us.
Pat, Jim Cotter, Danville Commercial News. This new redshirt rule that comes into play this year, how does that affect you guys, and how do you guys plan to utilize that?
Yeah, I'm fired up about that rule. I think there's a lot of coaches in the country that are probably excited about it. First of all, it's great for players. I was one of those really below average guys that played as a true freshman. I was just the best of the worst. And it was not a very good experience for our defense when I was out there. I would have been a lot better if I only played in 4 games. I promise you that. But you talk to any young man you recruit, they all want to play. And the hardest year for any young player is the year that he sits out as he comes into college. So now that we have the opportunity to motivate them through the opportunity to play, and then still have that red shirt, and at our place, the opportunity to go to graduate school at Northwestern, it's still really sacred to me. So I'll make sure that I manage that the right way. But as we get into really the meat of October and November, I think it gives us an opportunity when maybe we have some guys that are banged up, the opportunity to maybe plug a guy in here or there to continue to have us have competitive depth. And especially a place like Northwestern, we've got 27 great young men that walk on. That group gets added to the mix too, along with our scholarship players, from a standpoint of opportunity to hopefully bolster our special teams, if not anything else. So I think it's great from a health and safety standpoint. And I also, obviously, for us, with the flexibility from a coaching standpoint, is huge.
Coach, we'll move to our right here, toward the front, third row.
Hey, Pat, it's Steve Greenberg from the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hi, Steve.
Hi. Given the way many of us got to know you, which was as a kind of late, unheralded player who helped lead Northwestern's initial push to the Rose Bowl and all that, the underdog narrative, so to speak, has always really seemed to suit you. So now you've got this best facilities in the land. It's a completely different place to come from. Does leading from the front, so to speak, does that suit you too? How do you feel you'll do with that?
I think it's a little bit quick for leading from the front. We haven't won any Big Ten championships in a while, so I think it comes down to the product you put on the field. I think it shows support, though. I think it shows that we're all in as a program. We've made a total commitment to our student athletes. Maybe we're in the past, and you think about especially the guys that played for us in the 70s and 80s, that commitment was not there. And now to see the leadership at our university step up and make that type of commitment, I believe gives us an opportunity to compete for championships now at a consistent basis. And that's always been my expectation, but now this gives us an opportunity, in my opinion, to be able to do that. It's one thing to be consistently a bowl team, consistently successful on the field. It's another thing to consistently compete for championships. And we're not there yet, but I believe this commitment to our facilities, but most importantly to our student athletes, gives us every opportunity to do that.
That's all the time we have. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks. Have a great rest of the day. Go Cats. Thank you.